Okay, Pops, we are back. Typically on this channel, we talk about how car dealerships make things pretty challenging for consumers to kind of get a fair deal. There's a lot of smoke and mirrors. I use the word obfuscation, which is fancy and big and, makes it difficult for the consumer. Today, we're going to talk about something that automakers are doing that we find, I think, unsavory. Is that the word we should use?
No, I would choose unnecessary.
Unnecessary. Okay, that's a pretty good one. That's a
Yeah.
pretty good one.
Yeah.
The news story that broke comes from our friends over at Stellantis, the lost automotive continent
I
of
like
Stellantis.
that. Yes.
Dad, they're investing Michael Jordan's famous jersey number worth of billions dollars. Michael Jordan's 23 billion. They're investing $23 billion to develop software so that they can do what?
Well, they can sell cars that are equipped with things, and then well, if you actually want to access them, you have to subscribe to access for it. It's all software induced. It's kind of like Adobe, but for cars.
I never thought I'd hear you say it's Adobe for cars, like ever. But you're so right. You have to subscribe to access Adobe Illustrator. Now you're going to have to subscribe to get access to your heated seats.
And your heated steering wheel, and God knows what else. So all the technology will already be in the car. It will have been included in the cost of manufacturing. It will have been included in the price that you pay because it's already in the car. You just can't use it unless you agree to pay them X amount of dollars per month for what we assume will be some type of bundled services of access. It'll be like, well, you can get basic cable where you'll get your local channels, which means, maybe you can use your radio. and then you can get like enhanced cable, where we're going to give you 45 channels and maybe you can get heated seats. But if you wanted that, I don't know, the heated steering wheel that's already in the car, well, then you might have to get the platinum package. God only knows, but there are so many things that are software driven that they can suddenly charge extra for if you'd like to access them. Tesla does it with like the electric garage door openers. It's a $300 software upcharge to allow that to work in your Tesla. So what's to say that Stellantis, the lost continent of Stellantis, won't do the same thing? Everything. Yep. You want that cruise control? $10 a month. You want that cruise control, the adaptive cruise control? That might be $25 a month.
Here's a direct quote from the Automotive News article. The company will offer over-the-air upgrades that can upgrade customers' vehicles in real time, she said, she being Mamatha Chamarthi, who's the head of Stellantis' software business. Dodge owners, for example, will be able to receive performance upgrades that deliver, quote, an immediate horsepower boost while retaining emissions compliance, she said. Alfa Romeo vehicles can get a sportier driving experience while Ram pickups can increase their payload capability. This is so concerning for an ungodly number of reasons. The first and foremost one being we have to buy cars. Like we talked about this a little bit earlier off camera, Dad. It's as a concept of mobility. In the United States, it's not like Europe. It's not like, everyone lives in a major metro center. You can't just hop on the metro or the T or the subway or whatever the hell you want to call it. Like mobility in the United States for us is tied to getting on the highway, driving a car. And now the automakers are saying, well, I want to be valued like a tech company. I want to be valued like Tesla because everyone gets paid based off how valuable their company is. And they're saying the way to drive that valuation is make people subscribe. You want to have more towing capacity? Subscribe? Get the hell out of here. You subscribe to a YouTube channel. You subscribe to Netflix. You don't subscribe to towing capacity.
But that's the future that they see, and I believe in the article, if I remember correctly, they're looking to hire 4,500 software engineers. 4,500. Do you have any idea how much software you can develop with 4,500 software engineers? And who's going to pay for all that? Well, the consumers. You're going to buy a car. Okay, at whatever price it is, say it's $50,000, and you're going to pay tax and titles on top of that. So it's normally about 10% of what you pay for the car. So you're up to $55,000. You're gonna put down $5,000. You're gonna finance $50,000 for, I don't know, 6 years, and your payment's like $700 a month. Okay, now it'd probably be more than that because 6 times 7 is only 42,000. So your payment's going to be relatively high for a long period of time. And then on top of that, you have your monthly insurance that you have to pay for. And then on top of that, you might have a software bill from the manufacturer of the vehicle.
I think that's like the straw that breaks the camel's back here, right? Like, to be clear, this concept has existed for a long time in the sense of you buy cars with different options, right? You want the winter package that comes with the heated seats and the heated steering wheel. You get the winter package. It's a $1,200 option. What's frustrating here is they're building every car with these things in them. And then you have to say, well, okay, now I'll pay for it. And the way that it's framed as a subscription is also, I think, something as consumers, we got to be really careful about this. When you start just subscriptionatizing everything, you don't think about the true cost of it. I mean, we see this in how the extended warranty products are sold. They're always just rolled into your loan, so you don't even think about the fact that you're paying for a $5,000 extended warranty because it's $20 a month over an 84-month term, no big deal. I'm nervous about this whole subscriptionization of things and what negative implications that could have for the consumer. You don't really know what the hell you're spending for something that used to just be a $1,200 option that I want to check or I don't want to check.
Well, because the option goes on as long as you own the car or until you cancel your subscription. So, and it's no different than any other type of subscription. It automatically renews until you say stop.
I want to see the fine print on some of these, like the heated steering wheel, heated seats type subscriptions. Because you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to turn them on through, I don't know, November through February. And I'm going to turn it off for the other 8 months of the year because I don't need them. You know, like.
But the point is, when they used to put them in the winter package, okay, and you paid for it, and you might have only used it November through February, but it was always on the car and it could always be used if you needed it or you wanted it. Now it can only be used if you decide to pay for it for that month. That I don't know.
You know how sometimes you'll get into a car, Dad, and you'll see, depending on which trim level it was, some of the buttons are blanks. Like you'll see blank buttons. And it's always kind of funny to think, and I watch car reviews on YouTube, Doug DeMuro gets into a $150,000 Porsche and it's got blank buttons because they didn't option some option for that, so it's got a blank button. Imagine how embarrassing it would be. You've got the button there, but like you press it and on the infotainment screen it comes up and it says, "Do you want us to charge your Apple Pay because you haven't subscribed for this feature?" Like,
yes.
Get out of here.
Yeah, it'll say on the infotainment system you're not subscribed for that usage.
And then it'll use your Face ID from the camera that's watching you to charge your credit card. Like, just give us cars, man. Just give us cars.
Yes, we're heading off into a whole new world. A world that I don't think I really care for, but that's besides the point. I mean, what if they go, well, you want the power steering? You got to subscribe for that. I don't know.